Peeping Tom and Logman. Recently I saw one that read, "I'm best in the bush," and that made me feel strange. I didn't often see the guys who drove the semis. Like the guys in the machines, they were ghosts. Sometimes you can see ghosts, and once I saw one in the middle of the path. He rubbed his chainsaw, holding it up above his head. He reached up and severed the last bits of branches and twigs that were hanging outside the width of his semi's trailer. He was good with the machine. His ancestors might have been swordsmen. He flung it side to side, pirouetting all the while, releasing the overhang. He wore thick canvas dungarees and had a gray, frizzy beard that grew down over his rotund belly. I waited patiently for him to finish. I didn't honk my horn or make a spectacle of it. He politely moved the rig, though it took a full 10 minutes to back it up. We waved to one another, and I drove past. After a while, the path was demolished by the machines. From where they crawled into the forest, roots were left exposed like bony fingers from one side of the path to the other. The brambles and roots of wild raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, chokecherries, goldenrod, violets, clovers, elderberries, Solomon seal, dead nettle, dandelion, and aster flowers, to name a few, and there are thousands more, got pushed back, torn up, and trampled. Last year, chestnut and birch boletus grew under those destroyed trees. I would walk a mile hunting the mushrooms, and find so many aside from those. Boletus, reishi, oysters, chanterelles, cauliflower, coral, sheep's head, lobster, and wood ear. But not now. The embankment was crushed, the path was changed, and so was everything around it. Chapter 1. When I Fall Asleep. A big storm was coming. I stood at the bedroom window while getting settled for bed, and beyond the window I saw the shadows of trees, the ones left behind, cast by the moonlight on the forest floor. I felt tired and scared. I got into bed as quickly as I could, pulling the covers up to my chin. I was afraid because I knew the big storm was coming. The lightning and thunder began. I imagined trees splitting and fires sparking. The approaching storm reminded me of all the things Dad had said about big storms. I tried hard not to think of those things. For many years, most of my life in fact, and still to this day, in the dark or daylight, I looked out windows, up to the sky, under the water, or into the forest. I looked somewhere beyond where I was, waiting for the mothership to come and take me back home, but she never came. I turned to other things instead. When you thought enough about all the things you could eat in the wild, and you remembered all their uses and ways to prepare them, things weren't so empty. Sometimes at night, lying in bed, if you thought of all of them, it could help you fall asleep. That night I lay in my bed, staring into the dark. Fear had come over me. I was rigid with it. I had the flat sheet and quilt pulled to my chin. I lay there stiff, almost as if I were dead. There were burglars in the basement, I was sure of it. I thought they had gotten in because I forgot to latch the door, and you could hear them talking, but not what they said. I was convinced it was something about how they would kill us or mess things up. I heard their footsteps coming up the stairs. I wasn't sleeping yet, though it was early in the morning. Sleep had become troublesome. I had a somewhat unrealistic fear I would die. For a long time, I had been living with the fear I would die at 39. While I lay there, at 42 years old, give or take, according to my calculations, it meant death was going to happen any day now. My sister Bunny died when she was 39, with none of us there. She died in jail. It was awful, the thought of dying alone. I thought all the time about what she was thinking the moment she knew she was leaving this earth. How she was probably thinking of us, her sisters, our mom and dad, her daughters, her partner. She was thinking about how she couldn't say goodbye. When I talk to others about this, they say that's what trauma is. That I felt the way I did about dying because of something bad that happened in the past. I don't know, because